So like on Oktagon, they started calling me St. George. So like, I get it for like marketing because like it appeals to more of a crowd, doesn't it? Whereas Starkill's very specific to like one game. That's Star Wars did, so just one of those. Kind of had to go with the one that they wanted to go with me. But like, if it gets changed back, it gets changed back, doesn't it? So I don't give a shit, really. It's just whatever sells, isn't it?
Right, so tell us about your journey into MMA. Obviously, you're very young, and you had the MMA debut last time out.
Yeah. So,
in the pro ranks.
Yeah. So I very first started like training martial arts when I was like 7. So what happened is, so my dad's a massive Hull City fan, and obviously I'm from Hull, so he got me into it, like just going to watch it. And I probably was like 5 or 4 when I first started going and watch it, and then one of my dad's like very closest mates, he's called Mel Leafley, who owned Fight Ministry Hull. He said to my dad, just bring him along one time. I think I went, so I just turned 7, and I went like Christmas after, so I was born my birthday September, went just after. And then literally started kickboxing, like, do you know, all the fancy pants shit. It's a load of rubbish, but it got me into it, you know. So, but literally started training at 7 and never really stopped. Then kind of did like some like kickboxing K1, and then like started to do a bit of jiu-jitsu when I was about 15, 16. That's when I very started. Like, I was only like doing maybe 1 hour a week, you know, max, and then kind of realised this is like, oh, I really enjoy this, and then started doing a lot more jiu-jitsu, and was like, I want to fight MMA. And I always wanted to fight MMA, but I thought I'd be like more of a striker, because obviously that's what I started with there, whereas like then I started to enjoy the jiu-jitsu side a lot more, so I started to, you know, thingy and then like just do it a lot more. And then when I was 18, I made my amateur debut, won that, and then literally that year I think I competed 10 times in different sports. So I think I had 5 MMA, 3 boxing, 1 wrestling, and maybe 2 or 1 jiu-jitsu comps. So I was really active that year. Then obviously like COVID kind of happened. Bit shit really, like what was a year and a half out where you couldn't really fight or do anything. Then I had a fight just as the like restrictions, that's what were being lifted. Won that, then kind of started to look at doing the IMAFs. Won, then got picked for the team. Like, I should have done it, because I'm not being like cocky or anything, I just was the best in England. And then won that, came second, 3rd in the Worlds. Then I was like, I obviously knew the pros was coming after with the Worlds, so it was like kind of just where to go. And then I got a message off Oktagon saying, would you like to be a part of the TV show? And then once I got all the, the information, I was like, yeah, 100%. And then kind of the rest is obviously like documented from doing a TV show, winning both fights on there, fighting Dennis in the final in Manchester, and then now we're just here. So it's a long journey.
Yeah. So is MMA like your full-time job, or
Yeah. So I've literally trained as like pretty much a full-time professional since being 18. So I'm 23 now, so 5 years. I've literally been training like pretty much full-time. In COVID, I had a part-time job, just to like, obviously because everyone had to kind of like, I couldn't do PTs, obviously it was illegal. So yeah, it was just keeping busy, getting some bits of money in, and then literally that's the only other job I've had apart from doing PTs and fighting.
So what's that like, being a fighter at such a young age? You see everyone turn 18 years old, going out drinking, having fun, and here you are grafting every day, to maybe achieve your dreams one day. What's it like to miss out like that?
You know what? I always thought they were missing out.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's my like genuine opinion. I thought what I was doing was the coolest thing in the world. They didn't think it, because obviously when you're 18, everyone like, when you sit from the 17 to 18, everyone's like, not dream, but like everyone's like, I don't even know what it's like. Everyone wants to go out and get smashed. I don't even drink now. Like, it doesn't interest me one bit. Like, I'll go out with my mates and that, but I just don't. I don't drink. I don't even like the taste. Like, I've tried it obviously, because like, you can't try something and say you don't like it. I've tried it. I genuinely don't like the taste. I've never been drunk, never been hungover. So it's just like I say, when they were all turning like 18, I just didn't really care. Like, they were all on about, like going out and doing other things as well. Whereas I was just like, yeah, I'll go train, thank you. Because I thought this is just so much cooler, and like now loads of them people are messaging me saying, oh, I always knew you'd go far, and a lot of them said I would never go to where I say I was, because I've always said I'd be the world champion. And I will do that with Oktagon, and I will do it in other organisations as well. it's just now they start to believe it because they can see, you know, the payoff, and that ain't just come. That's from like say 5 years of just hard graft, and yeah, it's just this is all what I've wanted to do in my life. So I've never seen it as me missing out. This is what I chose to do, and it's going exactly the way I thought. Not exactly, because I never thought I'd even be up in Liverpool. I thought I'd always do it from home, but you know, circumstances change. Don't have the bodies at home, so you have to travel sometimes, and I feel like I've made the right move coming up here. But it's the product of what everyone sees is a product of my hard work and, you know, hours of, you know, training and commitment. Like, I ain't seen my family much this camp whatsoever. Like, I see them Friday night to Saturday, Sunday night. Do you know what I mean? Like 2 days, and then the rest of the time up here. So it's commitment, you know, and for my family's half as well. So just what everyone sees is part of my hard work.
You come from a kickboxing background. Is there anything in particular in camp that you worked on for this fight?
So I was just working on an overall game, really. Like, everyone knows me as like a wrestler, which is mad because like I do come from a kickboxing background, but like a lot of my fight, I think I've maybe got a collective of 4 minutes stand up in about 20 fights. So there's not a lot of actual like stand up on me. So I feel like it's a really good I can't think of the word, like, you know, not tell, like no one knows, it's a secret, like no one knows how good my striking is unless you've trained with me. So I might get to show off, do you know what I mean? I have a game plan, but obviously game plans can change in the course of a fight. You've got to be able to flow, so you might see some striking, you might see, you know, what the other stuff I've been working on, but I've been working on striking. I've been working on everything as hard as, you know, like nothing's like, haven't been like 90% striking, 10% grappling. It's been like 50% everything, so like everything's just been an equal amount of work.
Okay. And you mentioned you wanted to pursue your dreams of becoming a professional MMA fighter. What was growing up like? How was your childhood?
Yeah, so like my parents are actually very, very supportive of me, because obviously that's one aspect like some people don't get. Like your parents, like especially combat sports, they'll always support you. And especially when you're pursuing like something so big, like get a normal job, you know, get a 9 to 5. But my mum and dad were always like very supportive of me, like go do what you want. Because at the end of the day, if it don't work, I can always just go back to a 9 to 5. It will work. But again, it's better to try and fail than not try at all. You know, I know it's one of the like very corny, you hear it all the time on Instagram and that, but it's just genuinely true. And obviously growing up, I got taken the piss out of a lot, not because of the fact I did MMA, because I wanted to be someone, like be a world champion, and like people would laugh at me saying you'll never do that, you know, it's impossible, you know, like someone like you to become like, and I was like, no, like I was kind of like, F you, do you know what I mean? Like, this is my life. I wanna do me, and look where I'm getting to now. You know, it's just having that self-belief. And at first, no one's gonna believe in you apart from yourself, and that's when your self-belief is the most important. When I was like, well, I'm going back like primary school, secondary school, early college, you know, 15, 14, you know. It's hard to have self-belief when you're that young, but I just had to keep like not strong in myself, but like I had to keep my will strong and like just believe in the process of I will be the best in the world, and I'm doing the process of that now.
And what's the experience been like being at Liverpool Next Gen Gym, training with the likes of Paddy, Molly, Shem?
Yeah.
How's that been for you?
It's been phenomenal. Like, this is my first full camp here. Like last for Dennis, I did like maybe 4 weeks here, 3 weeks. But it was like 1 week here, 1 week at home, 1 week here, 1 week at home. So it was like I'd have like a week like where I wasn't training. I was training hard, but like where it was like not as intense. Again, it gave my body enough rest, but like my body's kind of acclimatized to it now. But like being here is just like I've from week 1 to this week. What I think I'm on week 8 now. I just like skyrocketed. Like I can just feel it in my rounds. Like I'm not getting beat I'm not getting hit with the same stuff. I'm not getting taken down as easy. You know, Paddy was on my back yesterday. He couldn't sub me. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure like if he was probably like he's out of camp right now, but if he was, he'd probably be able to do it. But like, you know, being able to survive, like Paddy's phenomenal jiu-jitsu, and like the fact that I'm defending, you know, intelligently and not getting any damage, not getting submitted. And then obviously, like again, like Paddy's leading the charge kind of for the gym, innit? And the fact that I've got someone like that to chase, you know, like I'm trying to catch up to him as fast as I can. So the fact I've got that landmark kind of to catch up to, it's like it's got to keep pushing me now, pushing me to train harder. And again, with Shem, with Molly, you've got guys like Luke Riley, Adam Cullen, and all these guys, they're pushing forward, because if you slack for 1 week, they're caught up to you, you're further behind. So it's just pushing me forward to just work hard.
And obviously you fought Dennis.
Yeah.
Known for being a bit of a character.
Yeah.
What was that like on your debut and the experience, and what have you learned from that?
Just to shut everything out, really. Like, it's white noise at the end of the day, really, innit? Like, I'm pretty good at switching myself off. I go real weird in camp. So, not weird, but like, I kind of like, I don't ignore people when they message me. I just like, don't register it, if that makes sense. You know, I'll see it on my phone, I'm just like, oh, I'll reply to that later. And I'm fully registered in my head. And then like, where I'm out of camp, I'm quite good at replying and getting back to people, whereas in camp I'm just so focused on like training that nothing else kind of like matters to me. Like, my manager Liam, I used to train with him, he's one of my old coaches, still train with him now, but he was saying to me, he rang me, he's like, I ain't aged for a while, I'm sure you're training really hard. I was like, yeah. Sorry, and it's like, I know it, because people got to like get to know me a bit more now. They just realise that I do just kind of shut people off. When I don't see him every day, it's just, it's not that I'm ignoring them or, I'm not thinking about it, it's just, I forget I forget about messaging and people. It's I'm not being horrible, it's just, I think I'm a bit autistic as well, so that doesn't help. So, yeah, it's, with Dennis, I just learned to kind of shut up the white noise on. At the end of the day, I was like, we're fighting in, X amount of days, X amount of weeks. He was saying about all this shit in the press conference, and I was just like, we're literally fighting in 24 hours. I'm just going to punch your head in. And that's literally what happened. But again, like, the only thing that I could have done wrong is listen to him and not think about winning. Whereas all I need to think about was just winning, and that's all I did. The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, so what is the mindset when you step into the cage for you?
Well, just like they're stuck in there with me. Like, I'm not thinking about what they're going to do, I'm thinking about what I'm going to do to them. Like, obviously I've got to be on it because I'm going to get knocked out or taken down or whatever, but I'm like, it's another day in the office for me, and they're stuck in there with me. I'm not stuck in there with them. They've got to deal with me, and I feel like what you can see that when I fight, I'm very front-footed, very heavy pressure. You can see it when I take people down. I don't give them any breathing space, and I'm just on them like a rash. And you can see the amount of damage I did. Like Dennis, I hit him like 250 times. It's a lot of damage in 3.5 rounds. Like, again, not a lot of heavy shots, but like, imagine just getting hit in the face 250 times. It's horrible, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Constant bang, head snapping back. You don't want it, and that's like my style. Like, it's just relentless. Like, not as good as Khabib, but I will never relent. What's the word? Like, compare myself against, because he's different level. But like, that's the style I'm striving, to go for.
Yeah. So you mentioned before that you were like reaping off your accolades, what you've done beforehand, and you said you didn't want to sort of come across a bit cocky. But I feel like as a fighter, you've got to have that cockiness and that confidence in yourself, because it becomes from hard work, doesn't it?
Yeah, I feel like there's two like main things. There's confidence and arrogance. Like, I don't want to come across arrogant. Like, I'm always confident. Like, I'm very confident in what I say. Like, I just don't want to ram stuff down people's throats. You know what I mean? Like, some people just like to say, oh yeah, I did this. Oh, I fought him. Whereas like, doing the graft is the most important bit. Like I said, I don't post a lot on social media, whereas a lot of people do. Like, I'm just like, this is the hard. I need to get better at it. Like, don't get me wrong. Because actually, like, someone, I can't remember who said it, but like, they said, fighting is a business, and obviously it's business, and like, you promote yourself on Instagram with your business. I need to get better at that. But like, for me, this is where you get better. Social media gets you so far, like, and you get found out in the end. If you're only getting certain fights because of your social media and not putting in the hard graft, you're gonna get found out in the long run. So better to be putting in the hard graft in the gym first and then get better at social media than the other way around, where you're playing catch up. So like I say, I just don't want to ram stuff down people's throat. I just want to, like, again, I'm a bit of a geek. I'm not quiet, but like, I'm not, in your face all the time. Like, some people are. There's no one comes to mind, but like Conor McGregor, Elite Tapoy, like, very arrogant in my opinion. Whereas I'm just like very, I like to be at home building Lego, playing games. You know what I mean? I'm like a quiet life.
You seem very much. You said you're a bit of a geek, but like, there's the likes of Brad Katona. He was like a self-confessed geek. Yeah. And he was a very good fighter as well.
No, there's a lot like Brad Pickett, massive Star Wars fan. Akon, massive Star Wars fan. Max Holloway, massive anime fan. Izzy, massive anime for Brandon Moreno. Did you know that the list goes on quite a lot? But like everyone, like there's different types of geeks, and like I'm like I'm a very like I'm obsessive about certain things like Lego. I'll collect a lot of Lego. Pop vinyls, like I got a lot of like little bobblehead Naruto characters. Yeah, I just obsess about certain things. But like geeks, just through geekdom, when you can't be a fighter, like we'll probably make better fighters because we geek out over things. Like we look at the finer details, you know, instead of like for me, I don't have to like a lot of people have to see red to fight. I come from like a technical standpoint. I feel like it does come from like being a bit of a geek, not being angry, because I'm not an angry person like whatsoever.
It's almost like working out a puzzle, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I always say. Like MMA is like puzzles, and like I love puzzles.
Yeah.
Like Lego's just a massive puzzle. Like you just putting all the pieces together. You just have an instruction book for that, but you don't get that from MMA.
And you mentioned future aspirations, George. What is it that you want to achieve in your career, and what are you looking ahead to?
So obviously, right now, I'm looking to the fight. I don't ever look at an opponent, but obviously the ultimate goal within the relative next, I'm looking at the next 3 years, is become the Octagon Challenge, not Octagon Challenge champion, the Octagon champion, and then looking to pass Octagon, looking to become UFC world champion. I want to be the best in the world. I want to be pound for pound number one. I'm considered one of the GOATs. I know it sounds far-fetched, but dreams are supposed to be out there, and I know I can do it.
Cheers.
Yes, bye-bye.
Nice one.